Alright guys, how's it going today? Welcome to Owner's Review. Today I'm just going to give you an update on my Fuji X-T3. I think I kind of figured out what the problem was with firmware 3.0. It looks like it's a bug with the firmware where if you do not change the aperture to a maximum setting like f4, f5, it starts to hunt for some reason. I don't think the previous firmware had that problem, but this one surely does. Hopefully it's not. I'll focus on thing right now. The last time I tried this, I was at F10, so some people were saying the limit is F8. I'm not sure if I might have to run some tests, but right now what I did is I just increased the shutter counts. I don't think it matters that much when we do these videos, but either way. So that's the update on the Fuji X-T3. So now that it's out of the way, let's talk about other interesting things coming up. So I do have a few videos in the work. I might not be able to publish them on a weekly basis because of work, but I do have some interesting things we're going to do. One of them is the 10-year-old challenge. So let's talk about that. I'm challenging every YouTubers out there to do this challenge. You know, you all heard the lies or, you know, the comments. Gears matter or gears doesn't matter. And instead of just making, you know, statements without really putting it to the test, so this is what we are going to do. So I'm going to acquire on a loan a 10-year-old camera. Now, I'm lucky enough that I know somebody who owns a camera like that, and it's going to be a Nikon D60. So we're going to use the Nikon D60 to make some photography. Though that's a 10.1 megapixel camera that has 3 autofocus zones, so it's going to be quite different than what we're using today. And I'm going to put it against my Nikon Z7. So that's going to be an interesting challenge. I'm going to try to do a little bit of everything. So landscape, maybe a little bit of portraiture, maybe a little bit of street photography. Now, the only limit is I don't think I can do wildlife photography or sport photography with a D60. Maybe I do own a 200 to 500. I'm not even sure if that lens will actually work in autofocus on that D60. It probably doesn't, but if somebody knows, leave a comment below and let me know. So this is it. So that's the challenge. I'm gonna maybe shoot that over the next few weeks, and we're gonna post that. And so if you're interested in participating in this, and trying it out, like almost like we're gonna mid-bust this thing, you can participate with me and share your stuff, either in comment or Instagrams, and we'll see what we can do. I'm really looking forward to see like how much I've evolved as a photographer and see if gear really does matter. I do have gear acquisition syndrome, like a lot of people. I always like to have the latest things, but does it really matter? And so we're gonna put it to the test instead of just, you know, making blanket statement that that it doesn't work. That being said, the other thing I'm doing right now is I'm gonna be shooting some video for another YouTuber. I talked about that in the last video. So we have our pre-production meeting tomorrow. It's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna try to use the Fuji X-T3 on the gimbal for the video, see how that works. We're gonna shoot in 4K 24p. I think it's a great camera for that. I'm using the kit lens, and I have the 55-50, but I might be looking at maybe getting the 50 f2 or for faster autofocus. I'm still haven't decided that yet. Either the 50 or the 35 f2. Fuji has a sales right now, so it seems like it's a good time to acquire one. It's probably better than the kit lens, but I've been surprised with that kit lens. It's actually quite good, so I never felt like I needed, for what I use a Fuji, that is, to really, you know, get into the higher end Fuji glass. And that's the thing with Fuji. I think they do provide pretty good quality in all their lens lineup, but I think the older lens just don't have the speed for the focus motor, so I think the f2 will kind of, for video, will kind of fill that gap. So this is what we have cooking right now for Owner's Review. So hopefully guys, so you can subscribe, hit the bell, whatever. You know, you may see less, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you may see less video for the next month because of work, but I haven't given up. I'm gonna do more of this stuff. So thank you guys, and have a good day.